Welcome home, West Virginia, to First at 4, WDTV's lifestyle entertainment talk show, putting the spotlight on the wild and wonderful. I'm Holly.
Wonderful, Holly, and I'm feeling wild on this Friday. Yeah. I'm Vince. Thanks for hanging out with us again. We appreciate each and every single one of you guys in this First at 4 family. We really do, guys, especially during these difficult times that we're all going through in West Virginia, but we have
a great episode for you today.
But we have such a good episode, guys. Try to take your mind off things a little bit today.
Yes, but before we do that,
we got to talk.
We do want to talk about a few things regarding the floods. Of course.
Because guys, as if you haven't been through enough hell with the flooding.
Yeah.
There are some less than savory people out there.
Right.
And so Holly's going to talk to you about a few things that you guys got to look out for.
Yeah. Not only do we have to, of course, protect ourselves from the waters and the tetanus and all that. Right. There are potential scammers out there, you guys, and they, come out at times like this.
Unfortunately, and you really have to be cautious, guys, around these times.
Yes. So West Virginia Delegate Adam Burkhammer made a Facebook post today. He said he's saying a scam alert. He said there's confirmed reports of scammers targeting Lewis County residents. Okay, in the aftermath, individuals are using blocked and unknown phone numbers. You guys, that's where they're calling from. Okay, so keep an eye out. And they are trying to say they are insurance companies. They're requesting personal information, all the stuff that maybe an insurance company might ask.
Right.
But they're coming from a weird number, things like that. If you receive a suspicious call, he says hang up immediately.
Right.
Just hang up. They're also making online fake GoFundMe pages.
That's the worst, right? So and they'll use people's profile pictures, people you know.
Yeah.
So you have to be just incredibly cautious of literally everything.
Yeah.
And you would think when you're going through something like this, people would be more kind.
Right.
But unfortunately, it goes the other way.
Right. And so before donating, verify that any fundraiser is legitimate. Look at the family, maybe even contact the family, all these kind of things. Just check your sources, guys. Check your sources. So we just want to make sure you're aware of that.
Guys, never give your info.
First of all.
Your banking info,
your
your social security numbers.
No.
And you see what they're able to do with AI now with fake voices and all that, guys.
It's incredible.
But just a couple little things too, guys. Just the home improvement frauds, the government aid impersonations, the fake charities like Holly was saying.
Right.
And the other one, guys, to watch out for that we didn't mention is the flood damaged car sales. This can happen too. Now, this is going to be probably a little bit more down the road, but
where people are going to be
selling cars that had severe flood damage, pretending that they were fine. So just
watch out,
guys.
It
just stinks that we have to talk about it.
But I have some. Let's go around the world.
Let's go around the world.
Let's get around the world.
What are we talking about here? This is a big deal in the sports world.
Big announcement. It was a big announcement in the newsroom today. NBA superstar LeBron James isn't hanging up those sneakers after all, you guys. In a social media post on Friday today, James announced that he has signed a 2-year, $8 million deal with the Philadelphia 76ers. The 41-year-old left the LA Lakers in June, in case you didn't know. James says that he thought that he might have been the last season, but he says he wants to try to win another championship.
Right.
The 76ers haven't won a title in 43 years,
guys,
by the way.
This is so interesting, actually. Well, this could be a cinematic movie. If he wins a championship with the 76ers this year, this will be like nothing ever in sports.
Well, listen to this. That's kind of nothing ever in sports that we were talking about. $8 million, 2 years. Now that might sound like a lot to most
$4 million
people,
bucks a year.
Okay, but he's going from $52.6 million per year. To 4, just because he wants a championship.
And there are a lot of other teams, guys, that were offering him substantially more than what the 76ers were offering. But interestingly, they made some trade moves just very recently that LeBron claims he believes sets them up in a position where with his contribution to the team, they can win. And just imagine how epic that would be, a team that hasn't won in 43 years. A guy comes back to take a 95% pay cut.
Yeah.
Just to play ball one more year, he would be the hero of all heroes.
But it's not any team. The 76ers, America's 250th birthday.
Forget about it.
Could it be any better?
Could it be any better?
So we'll keep an eye out. There you go, LeBron.
LeBron, I hope, I don't root for Philly usually, but I tell you what.
Just for that, I may.
Just for that. Can you imagine how cool that would be?
Yeah. But you got a story from my home turf.
Yes. Everyone knows Holly's from Missouri.
I haven't heard this.
You know who else is from Missouri is Mark Twain. Okay, and guys,
take pride.
listen to this story. A retired English teacher spent years teaching Mark Twain's The Adventures of Huckleberry Finn. You may recall it's about a boy traveling down the Mississippi River on a raft. Now he's on his own. He's living out his own version of the story, guys, while his former students cheer him on social media, guys.
Cool.
Meet Charles Phillips, the guy who goes by Chip. He got the idea during the long isolation during the pandemic. He was looking for ways to connect with students learning from home. When the pandemic ended, he retired and started building a floating cabin out of reclaimed lumber.
Wow.
He launched the boat named the Northern Sun into the Mississippi River on June 6th at Hannibal, Missouri.
That's where Mark Twain's from.
That's where Mark Twain's hometown is. And he's traveled now more than 500 miles into his 900-mile journey, and he's just arrived in Memphis on Wednesday.
Wow.
He says he's stopped in towns along the way. Families have offered him a lot of hot showers, driven him in town for fuel, and he plans to end the trip in Natchez, Mississippi. After that, he hopes to write a book about his own adventures.
Modern day Huck Finn.
Cool. I'm sorry. That is like
it's kind of cool.
Is that not the cool? You know, a lot of people get older and they buy a motorcycle and decide they're going to drive across the country, or they decide they're going to, maybe buy a motorcycle and go to Egypt and drive across Egypt. This guy literally built a little house on a raft and is just floating down the river.
In Missouri, we of
hope
course
it doesn't storm.
Well, we have to, of course, read that book in Missouri for sure. I hope all kids do. But I always wondered what it'd be like to float down the river like that. Just keep floating.
Just keep floating.
So, I think it's cool.
Until you get to the Gulf.
There you go.
Oh, this last one, guys.
Speaking of floating.
This story, speaking of floating, guys. You guys remember the story from back in February. Well, let me just read the script. It'll tell itself, guys. When a Florida boat captain spotted a bottle during drifting in the water, he pulled it aboard to see what was inside, guys. What happened next ended up connecting him with the family hundreds of miles away.
All right.
Guys, a message in a bottle.
Like a message in a bottle.
Guys, that message in a bottle that these South Florida floaters will never forget, guys. Back in February, a Florida Keys boat captain and his crew were out to sea when they found a bottle floating in the water. Someone on board pulling the cork out, revealing what's inside. It was a letter saying, "This is our mom. Throw her back in. She's been traveling the world." Her ashes were also inside this bottle. And just last Wednesday, guys, the boat captain was able to get in touch with the original woman who prepared the bottle, where she then helped cast the bottle back out to sea for an adventure after a lifetime.
Wow.
As for where the bottle could be now, your guess, I guess, is as good as mine. Wow. But how amazing is that? Because this was a story that went viral back in like February. This guy found this amazing thing. People thought he was lying about it.
Yeah.
They thought he was kind of making this up. But I don't know. Let's ask Jacob what he thinks about all this.
Message
Jacob,
in a
we got to get
bottle.
Jacob in on this. Buddy, have you ever put a message in a bottle and thrown it into the water?
No, I have not.
I bet if you did, though, you would know exactly where it would end up based on the currents and all your science mumbo jumbo
Would
stuff.
I?